up, y'all? It's PBJ back at it again with another video. So it's finally fall. As you can see, trees are looking pretty again, colorful. Bit cold outside, so it's gonna make this a bit challenging. I love it though, and got a calisthenics workout for you today. And as you can see by the title, I also have a lot I want to talk about. So you already know we're going to start it with a superset. Got pull-ups and then dips right after. Let's get it. You don't need weights to have a good workout. See all these people talking about, man, you need this optimal angle with this pulley and you need this and that. No, what you need is to work hard and have some consistency, and you'll get the results you're looking for. One thing that's keeping you small is that you're too worried about optimal and not worried enough about consistency. You're not worried enough about enjoying the process. You're not worried enough about your effort. You think that finding the path of least resistance is going to get you the best results. In theory, maybe there's a way where you can make things easier, get more out of something, but nothing is truly going to replace utter grit. Something I've noticed with all the biggest people that I've ever met, all like the biggest natural bodybuilders that I know, okay, they got biceps big, just like mine. They have sheer grit, determination. When they work out, it's a battle. When they push hard. And they're honestly, pretty crazy people. But they're my best buds, and I want to inspire you with that, and hopefully some collabs coming. I'll be doing some workouts. Hopefully I can film them and post them on the channel for y'all, and hopefully you enjoy it. Leave a comment, and please, I encourage you, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, questions you have, I'll answer them. Let me know about ideas for videos you might want to see. But I'm gonna tell you this, nothing defeats hard work. Don't trade your passion for glory. Understand that you don't have to follow the trends. You can be the trend. You can be yourself and still win. Okay? You don't gotta follow everybody else. You might think, you might ask, you might say, oh, but it's been done before. Has it been done with the unique twist, the unique perspective that you only have to offer? There's something special when you say it in your own words. There's something special when only your voice can reach certain people and you deliver the message they need to hear. And you partake in intentional action towards your goal. It's a universal language. When you see somebody working hard, when you see somebody getting outside of their comfort zone, it just makes you want to do something. It makes you want to work hard. It makes you want to believe. It frees you of your chains that restrict you from what you want. So keep that in mind. Like the proof, shout out the proof, would say, all grind, no gimmicks. Even if you think that you can't do another rep, going for it is what makes you grow. They say be the change you want to see. live in the words that you're speaking. Otherwise, you will influence no one. You will lead no one. The only way to show people what you really mean, the only way to get anybody to know what's deep inside your heart, you have to live it. You have to be it. You have to practice what you preach. Anybody can talk a big game. Anybody can say, oh, work hard. And then people might say it's cliche. Why do you think everybody's convinced you can't build any muscle naturally? Nobody wants to work hard. Everybody wants a cheat code. Everybody wants the easy way out. And when they see somebody like me, or like one of my buddies, or like the people online that are natural with great physiques, they say, oh, it's not possible. It's because you still have more left in the tank. A lot of times when you're so quick to point the finger at somebody else and say, oh, well, they had it easy. I could do it if I had it that easy. Could you though? Could you? Because the reality is, the mentality that you gain from this is more important than the muscles. The mentality that you gain from this is infinitely more important than any amount of physique, any amount of bicep mass that you could acquire. Facing yourself and seeing what your true nature is, seeing what happens when you actually try. It's scary, and the easy thing to do is a cop-out. The easy thing is to point and say, oh, well, he has better genetics than me. Everybody wants to talk about genetics, man. Have you taken a DNA test? Have you? Do you know how any of your DNA test applies to building muscle? Can you prove it? So if you'd go far enough, if you'd put in the work to prove it, why don't you just put in the work to build muscle? Anybody can achieve a great physique. You see people that are in wheelchairs. They're doing pull-ups. They're doing dips. Look it up. Proof is all out there. Everybody can see it. So are you a doer? Or are you just like everybody else? All right. My least favorite of the pull-ups. I'm gonna go a bit wider this time. This isn't like a true super wide, but for me, I generally never go this wide, so it's gonna be challenging, but wish me luck. And it's on a curved bar, so it should be interesting here. Oh. Because it's the last set, I'm gonna try and superset it with chin-ups. Oh gosh, gotta squeeze every last fiber. Whew. Because it's the last set. Some decline push-ups. By the way, woke up this morning, 207 pounds. So, and yet still got the conditioning. Never leaves you once you get it. Just gotta maintain it, man. Bro's got a hat now. So, I hope you enjoyed the workout. Calisthenics just proves yet again, no excuses, you know. You do not need the gym in order to be jacked. Yes, it is one way to get jacked. However, there's more than one pathway to get to where you want to go. And a lot of times, the hard things that you're avoiding ultimately will lead to your success once you stop avoiding them. So what do I mean by this? Well, I think the main thing stopping anyone from success is what they are avoiding out of fear, what they're avoiding out of embarrassment. A lot of people will, including myself, will make a mistake, or maybe they won't make a mistake and they'll think that they did. Maybe they'll think that they look foolish. Maybe they're afraid of appearing as a beginner. But who are you really trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress when you're trying to act nonchalant, when you're trying to act cool? Because is it really cool to completely forget who you are and lose yourself and not feel alive and not be able to truly get a good night's sleep when you go to bed at night? Is that cool? Is it cool to never achieve what you want, to never even try because you're concerned what somebody else will think of you? Are they not living your life at that point? Living your life for you. Because when you are constricted, when you are chained and barred down by somebody else's opinion, you're not living your own life by your own terms. You're living a life that other people have decided for you. It's okay to be outside the box, you know. It's okay to be weird, you know. You want to flex your bicep every now and then, be my guest. Show off your hard work. Let people call you a show off. Who cares? Their opinion isn't going to be the end of the world. And everyone is so worried about reputation. You know, I saw this great quote once in my buddy's Xbox bio. He said, "Fake people have an image to maintain. Real people just don't care." And shout out my buddy who has that as his Xbox bio, because it's the truth. I mean, ultimately speaking, what does it matter if someone decides that you're not him? What does it matter if somebody decides that you're not her? What does it matter if somebody decides something about you? Have you decided it for yourself? The reality is, at any given moment, you, with your actions, can decide what fate has in store for you. You know, isn't the whole point to make things interesting for yourself? Isn't the whole point to enjoy it, to experience this? So if you're so stuck in what everybody else thinks, at what point do things get interesting? At what point do you live your life? At what point do you feel alive? If you can't just flex your biceps whenever and however you please, are you really living a life that you will want to tell anybody else about? Are you living a life that you can truly be proud of? Because if not, change needs to happen right now. So DM me change if you, no, do not do that. I always see people with that in like a video or something. DM me change, and not trying to sell you something, just trying to show you something. That's gonna be my tagline. Not trying to sell you something, just trying to show you something. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it touched your heart in some way. Like, comment, subscribe. Those 2 words I say at the end of every single video. Stay jacked. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.